Hey world, it's a bean attack. I just want to come back with another video real quick because, here in H-Town, I don't know if you guys have heard, but, they had a chemical plant explosion out here in East Houston, Deer Park area, a week or two ago. And remember, there was some air quality issues and that was never actually really, solved. I mean, I think they said, they've taken the people off home arrest, okay? And let them go back to school and this and that and the third, but who and how do they have the technology to measure how much pollution is in the air at any given moment under those type of circumstances? And how do they know it's still not lingering? Because remember, there's also a thing called, order, and sometimes, they try to gain order through chaos. And a lot of times, in order to calm things down, they may lie about certain situations. So, it's not an accident that people that live out there in the east area, Houston, Baytown area, where all those refineries and stuff are located, a lot of those kids have respiratory problems, asthma, whatnot, and because of the air quality of lack thereof. Well, I digress. Back to the chemical fire there in Deer Park. I used to be a firefighter, and here in HFD, I did, and so I learned about all the different ways that we actually can extinguish fires. Family, I don't know if you understand how a chemical fire works, but you cannot put out a chemical fire with water. Okay, it has to be a foam. Okay, and this foam is a chemical agent used, based on the type of chemical fire they have. That's the chemical foam they use. All right, and so in this particular fire out there in Deer Park, there was a lot of foam used. It was called, it's PFAS, P-F-A-S is the acronym. And this PFAS chemical, it extinguished the fire, but where do you think all that foam went? It leaked out into the Galveston Bay. Now, I don't understand why there's a lot more outrage about this, because I think I seen it on the news. I think the television had it on there, but they had it on there so nonchalantly, there's about 1,000 tons of, 1,000 pounds of foam that leaked into the Galveston Bay. So what we're going to do, we're going to test out, do tests and make sure the quality of the water is sufficient for the water life and for the birds, blah, 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 this and then the third. Wait a minute. If you have that much chemical foam, PFAS, leaking in the Galveston Bay, okay, that's gonna leak out into the coast. How you stopping it? I mean, I'm gonna tell you right now, my homeboy, my best friend, he's a civil engineer designer, okay? He worked in a chemical plant, okay? And back in the day, he told me about a situation where, I think he was working with Chevron at the time, where they actually had these plastic pellets, that they was using for some type of construction out there, but a lot of those pellets were being, leaked out into the water. And what my friend had to do, he had to design some type of contraction to stop the pellets from actually entering the fresh water. Okay. But like you told me, it didn't happen right away. Once he was given the instructions to design that contraption, imagine the number of pellets that actually leaked out into the fresh water. And these little plastic pellets are pellets that actually, guess who was eating it? The fish. And so now when you consume this fish, you're having fish with plastic pellets in it, so now you're eating plastic. You dig? So back to the chemical foam. If they haven't created something or invented something or to stop the chemical foam from entering out into the water streams, then it's out there. What are they waiting on? For the water to dilute it or something? And based on this PFAS, we can only be exposed to it so much before it's harmful to us. So imagine the fish, the birds, Galveston Bay is fresh water. Who's to say that water isn't getting into our drinking system? Now remember this. Remember back in the day, not even back in the day. You remember Flint, Michigan? How many of you guys have heard about Flint, Michigan and what's been going on in Flint? Last I checked, they said Flint, Michigan's filtered water is safe. Okay? Who believed that? And why wasn't things done? You remember that whole Flint, Michigan situation was because they did those rusted old pipes that the drinking water was going through the city, and all those rusted pipe mains. Those people of Flint, Michigan was drinking and consuming that water. And the lead poisoning went out the roof. Do your research. Now, who's to say what the detriment is going to be with this PFAS in the Galveston Bay? Okay. So guys, I want to come back with a quick video. Like I said, it was a bean attack. I had a little something on my mind. Guys, make sure you go ahead and check out those other videos. Make sure you subscribe and share the videos. Like or dislike, it's all good. In the meantime, between time, may the Most High Inside bring you joy. And being with us out of 5,000.